Hello and welcome to this screencast. In this screencast we're going to do a tutorial of how to write a minor scale, what a minor scale is, and what some of its variations are. I'm going to start by doing a quick review of what a scale is. A scale is an ordered series of pitches. More specifically, specific scales like minor scales and major scales are a specific order of whole steps and half steps. Now, whole steps and half steps refer to intervals or the distance between notes. A half step is the smallest interval we have in music, and they're neighboring notes on a keyboard. So C to this black key here, C sharp, would be a half step. A whole step is the next size up. It's two half steps, and a note on the keyboard separates the two notes of a whole step. So C and D are a whole step because they're separated by C sharp. Moving back to the minor scale, the sequence of whole and half steps that make it a minor scale is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. That's whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. And that's a natural minor scale. The other variations we will deal with later. So let's try to construct a minor scale starting on C. So we have C. Now we need a whole step. So we're starting on C. If we do C sharp, that would be a half step, but we want a whole step, so we're on to D. Next note would be D. For the next note, we need a half step. Now if we go all the way to E, that'd be a whole step, so we're going to go onto this black key, E flat. So the first three notes are C, D, E flat, and I'll play that really quickly. Moving forward, we need a whole step this time because the first four intervals are whole, half, whole, whole. And we already got our whole and our half. So here's another whole. We're on E flat, we would skip E and go to F. So the next note is F. And to complete this part of the scale, we need one more whole step. We're on F already. Skip F sharp, go to G. So the first five notes of the C minor scale are C, D, E, F, G, and I will play that. Moving forward, we're going to do the second half of the natural minor scale, and the order of whole steps and half steps is half, whole, whole. So we're on G and we need a half step. So we'd go to the next closest key, which is A flat in this case. So the next note is A flat. From A flat we need a whole step, so we'd skip A and go on to B flat. So the next note is B flat. And lastly, we need a whole step again, so we'd skip B and go to C. So the whole scale is C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, and we'll play that. And that is how you build a natural minor scale. Now we're going to deal with some of the variations. One of the variations is a harmonic minor scale. And this scale is used because it's really important to minor harmony, and all you do for that one is raise the seventh scale degree, which would be B flat, and you raise it by a half step. Now if I was going to raise B flat by a half step, I would end up with B. There you go. So a harmonic minor scale is the same on the bottom, C, D, E, F, G, and then the top is A, B natural, C. And that has a different sound. However, it also causes a problem because the distance between A flat and B natural in the scale is an augmented second, and that becomes really difficult as a melody line, especially for singing. So we've also developed another variation called the melodic minor. In this case, you raise both the 6th and the 7th scale degree by a half step. And you can see we've already raised B flat by a half step to B. Now we have to raise A flat by a half step to A. So we'll listen to that now. This is the melodic minor. And that's exactly the same as the top of a major scale, the last 3 notes. Other important thing to remember about the melodic minor scale is that on the way down, you lower those scale degrees. So on the way down, it would go back to C, B flat, and A flat. So we'll play that now. This is both the ascending and descending melodic minor scale. And that is because that augmented second is a little easier to handle going down than it is to going up. Let me wrap this up by summarizing some things. Scales are simply an ordered series of pitches, and they get their specific qualities from the order of whole steps and half steps. In the case of a melodic minor scale, that sequence is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. However, there are some variations of it, including the harmonic minor scale, where we would simply raise the 7th scale degree a half step, or the melodic scale. We would raise the 6th and the 7th, but we lower both of them for going down. Thanks for listening, and hopefully it was helpful.